Hi guys, so today I want to talk about building order size, and most specifically the 4 forms of rehash. So those forms are going to be pitching and packs, high-low, related items, and survey and suggest. So let's get started. First we have pitching and packs. So in pitching and packs, quite simple. All you're doing is bundling larger quantities of the same item together, right? A great way and easiest way to do this is right off of the website by pitching the price breaks. Price breaks are automatically on there. It's an easy way to double or triple your order size off of one item. Now sometimes there aren't any price breaks for a certain item, and in those situations I like to create my own. It's not that hard to do. First off, I like to ask how many the customer usually buys at a time, and one key is to never start your packs below that number. I like to also give 3 options total. Most people will naturally pick the middle option. I'm going to give you an example right now using paper. So here we have paper. The customer will tell me that they usually buy 5 at a time. So I'm going to start my smallest pack at 5 for $32.99. What I like to do is double that price, or double that quantity to 10, and then double it again to 20 to create my second and third packs. Now, if the customer naturally wants to pick the middle one, I've easily doubled my order from 5 to 10 and without adding any additional items. So like I said, this is a very easy way to grow your order size quickly by pitching in packs. So let's move on to our next form of rehash. Next we have high-low. High-low is also very straightforward. Pitching very different items just at different prices. So some will be low cost, some will be high cost, but they each have a goal. The low cost items are to get the momentum going, to get the customer in a buying mood. We wanted them to say yes to small things like paper clips, post-its, those sort of stuff. It's easy for them to say yes, and they're going to get into that buying mood. Now once we've accomplished that, we want to go on to our high cost items, and that's where we build our order size. Now these might be things like printers, or chairs, or desks. I like to also phrase these as sale items. Now sometimes you're going to get some negatives while doing this. You might even get a no on a smaller item. Now whenever you get a negative, the key is to use CPR to move away from that negative, get the conversation back into a positive light, and then we can come back to pitching low items and moving up to our high cost items. Next we have related items. Related items is probably the most simple of all of these. All you're doing is relating to the item they've already bought from you today. For example, if you've already sold them a toner, it's easy to relate that to a drum, and it's easy to relate that to paper. In fact, any of these 3 items should always be pitched together. Another example, we have a desk, a chair, and a chair mat. So not only is this for common items, but even for one-off purchases, you can add 1 or 2 items related to what they've already agreed to buy from you. So it's really simple way to add a few extra items on top of your order. Finally, we have survey and suggest. Survey and suggest. Now the simplest thing to do once you walk into a business, just to look around. Look around, see what you can see. You see an empty box of paper, you're going to want to pitch maybe some paper. You see a broken chair, you might want to pitch a broken chair. So that's how you're serving the customer's office, just to see what you can suggest. Other things you can suggest are sale items. I love to suggest hot deals as well as flash deals that they might have for a limited time. My favorite way, however, to suggest is through our industry rehash page. So suggesting items that industry, whether they be medical, whether they be educational, whether they be a law or a tax agency, they all have very specific items that they might use for their industry. Now in your entry-level manual, you'll have a page that will list for each industry all the items that those people would likely buy. It's one of the simplest way, especially as a new person, to add extra items onto your order without actually having to know everything about that industry. So there you have them, 4 ways to rehash and build your order size: pitching and packs, high-low, related items, survey suggest. Now remember, the key is you've gotten to this point in the sale where they've already agreed to buy one thing. All you want to do at this point is build on their relationship and have the confidence that they liked you enough to buy once, they're going to continue to buy as well.